and I will present the article Measuring the Strength of Instrumental Arguments. I will begin talking about the introduction, the context where the instrumental arguments are used, the problem itself. Next, we'll speak about the proposal, 3 ways of measuring the strength of these kinds of arguments. These are the utility strength, the logical strength, and the achieving strength. Finally, some conclusions and some questions about future work. In VDI agents, practical reasoning concerns about deciding which goals an agent will commit and how he will achieve them. So during the first phase, that is called deliberation, an intelligent agent may generate a set of desires, and then he will select which of them he will commit to achieve. This means which of these desires will become intentions. In general, an agent may generate multiple desires, and it's possible that he will not be able to achieve all of them. This means that there are some conflicts between the desires, and this in turn means that he has to choose which desires he will commit to. For example, here we have an environment, and we have agent Bob. His main goal is to have the environment clean. For example, some desires that he may have is to clean this slot, clean this slot, clean this slot, and we can notice that he has a problem with his antenna, so he also wants to repair it, to fix it. So he has 4 desires, and he has to decide. He has to identify first if there are conflicts between such desires. If there are conflicts, he has to decide which of them he will pursue and will become intentions. So in order to determine, to identify such conflicts, an agent can use the set of plans that allow him to achieve such goals. A plan is a set of steps that allows agents to achieve their goals. And here is, we can use arguments, because in some works these are represented by a kind of argument called instrumental argument. Here we have an example of an instrumental argument for goal be fixed. In its premises, we can see that there is another goal, is to be in workshop, and a belief is about having the spare part. Since it is a goal, we also have here it as a conclusion, and in this premise we have here in this case an action that's going to the workshop, a resource about the amount of battery necessary for it fixed, and a belief, it's about not to be operative during it is being fixed. So here we have 2 instrumental arguments, argument B, whose claim is be fixed, and argument H, whose claim is be in workshop. Here we have another example for goal be fixed. This is from another article, so there are some differences with the previous example. Well, the interesting is to notice that we have some different elements like beliefs, actions, resources, and sub-goals in the structure of an instrumental argument. And besides that, those elements can have another characteristics or properties. In this case, we can consider that both beliefs and actions have a degree of uncertainty. For example, this action going to the workshop, its degree of uncertainty can be represented with this interval, this belief turning off, also with this degree of uncertainty, and the belief about having the refill or having the spare time also has a degree of uncertainty. And all these degrees, all these values may impact in the general strength of an instrumental argument. So here we have the research questions of this article. The first one is how to measure the strength of an instrumental argument considering that its premise have some uncertain elements. And the second one is that given that an instrumental argument has elements in its premise of different nature, is there only one way of measuring its strength? Well, we have identified 3 ways for measuring the strength of these types of arguments. The first one is the logical strength. We don't know if this is a certain name, a correct name, but it considers the beliefs and the actions and the uncertainty degree of these two for calculating the strength. The utility strength is already mentioned in the literature, and it is based on the desires and the plans. In the case of the desires, it considers the values of preference of the desires and the cost of performing the plan for calculating the utility of the instrumental argument. And finally, the achieving strength, it is based also on the desires, but from another perspective, how achievable it is. That is, how close to become an intention the desire is. Depending on it, we will calculate the strength of the instrumental argument. Well, let us begin by the utility strength that it's already known, already studied. And as I said before, it considers the preference value of the desires, of the goals that make part of the instrumental argument, the sub-goals, and also the cost of performing such plan, no, that is represented by the instrumental argument. This is the equation for for calculating the strength. We have to sum up all the preferences, the preferences values of all the goals that make part of the support of the argument, and then subtract the cost of performing it. Well, regarding the logical strength, we consider the elements, beliefs, and actions, specifically the uncertainty degree of these elements. These elements are always leaves in the instrumental argument. So, first of all, we consider or we propose to represent the uncertainty degree by means of intervals, like you can see here. And in order to calculate the uncertainty degree of the claim of the instrumental argument, we will use a probabilistic modus ponens. So here we have the uncertainty intervals for actions go workshop, turning off, and for the belief has refill. And it is a bottom-up calculation. Next, we have this calculation for sub-goal being workshop. This is the belief here. And finally, we calculate the degree of uncertainty of the main instrumental argument by using this value and this value. So 0.3 to 1 is the interval that represents the uncertainty degree of the instrumental, of the B fixed, the claim B fixed, but also of the instrumental argument A. Well, we have the uncertainty interval, but maybe we need a precise value for comparing the strength of two instrumental arguments based on logical strength. In this case, we base on the approach of Pfeiffer to calculate that precise point. And this approach uses the values of the probabilistic interval for make the calculation, and it's based on 2 criteria: the precision of the interval and the location of it. Here we have the equations of precision, location, and also the combination of both. This U is the upper bound and this is the lower bound. And depending on the context, on the problem, maybe we can consider a logical strength like a 3-dimensional vector, where we can use, depending on the occasion, just the precision, just the location, or the combination of both values. Finally, the achieving strength. For this strength, we consider the goals that make part of the instrumental argument, specifically the advance of the goals in the intention formation process. This is a process in intelligent agents that studies how a desire becomes an intention. In VDI model, there are two statuses for a goal. It can be a desire, and after a selection stage, it becomes an intention. But there are other models like the BBGP model, belief-based goal processing model, that considers that the goal may have or can have more statuses, in this case, 4 statuses: active, pursuable, chosen, and executive, and 4 different stages. Active status is the same as desire, and chosen and executive can be considered like intentions. In the case of the chosen status, is a future directed intention, and in the executive status is the present directed intention. So this is a more fine-grained approach that allows to better analyze how the goals advance in the process. And we believe that the closer a goal to become an intention, the stronger the argument that make part should be. So that is the idea of the achieving strength. Compare how advanced are the goals in how close are them, how close they are to become an intention, the goals that make part of an instrumental argument. Well, finally, some conclusions and some questions about the future. We have identified 3 ways for measuring the strength of instrumental arguments. For that, we have considered the different elements that make part of an instrumental argument and the characteristics, properties, or nature of them. We believe that these ways give dimension to the strength value, and the application will depend on the context of the problem. We can use them in a separate way, or maybe we can use combining them in some way. Some questions about the future are, can we consider the advance of the plan execution? We have considered the advance of the goals in the intention formation process, but maybe we also can consider the advance in the plan execution, a plan that is near or is close to be completely executed. It's or should be obviously stronger than a plan that is just beginning. No, maybe we can study that and see if that impacts on the calculation of the strength of instrumental arguments. Another question is, can we combine the achieving strength with the preference or worth of the goal? This is because we have considered how advanced is a goal in the intention formation process, but maybe we also should consider the preference of that goal or the worth of that goal, and how we can do that. And finally, that's a more technical question, is about other approaches of probabilistic logic that can be applied in order to obtain tighter intervals or better intervals, maybe. Thank you very much, and your questions are welcome.